talking Luka, Kyrie. We talking Katie Book. What's up? Welcome to another edition of Player versus Team.
Because they're second game together. Them niggas was playing hot potato.
No.
They was playing hot potato.
Hello, once again, welcome to another edition of Player versus Team, the one place where we don't just embrace the bias, we expose it. I might say that wrong, but you get the gist. Anyway, we got a whole bunch of players here today. Of course, welcome back, John. John back in the building. We appreciate you. We got Casey, who be mugging the hell out the show with the faces and expressions. Appreciate you. We got Swag in the building. Thank you, Swag, for coming through again. And last but not least, we got our official member. We got Lamar. We appreciate you coming through with this episode. So before we begin, anybody on the chat or whatever, you watching the live stream right now, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and make sure you in the comments because we about to go off. It's about to be real spicy in this episode today. So first off, I don't even know if I want to get into Dillon Brooks. I don't even want to get in him right now.
Oh man.
I don't even know if I want to just. All right, we gonna hit it and quit it with Dillon.
Save the best for last.
Save him for last. Save the best for last.
All right, we'll save Dillon for last. We're gonna go into him later. So if we're gonna save him for last, this is what I want to go. Everybody, first of all, check everybody's name. I got Jordan's son, Hemi Butler, was cooking as the Ivy. Don't be mad, Casey. Don't be pissed.
Hemi Butler.
Don't be hating. Timothy.
Jimmy Buckets.
Yes, Jimmy Buckets. Or Jordan's alleged son was cooking. So the reason I want to get into this is not just the fact that one, Willie, all I gotta say is Willie, you so lucky that you had to skip out because of draft day. Because I was gonna cook your ass because you were talking about the Bucks acting like they were monsters and they was invincible. Exposed. Okay, listen. So with all that being said, with Jimmy himself, I want to talk. First of all, he had that 50-point game, like 50-51, and then he closed it out with a 53-point game. And the main thing, first thing I want to actually ask is, first, I was thinking about it. Jimmy is not, his package is different. He's not the fastest person, because when I think of fast, y'all might be a little young, but I think of Barbosa. I think of explosive. I think of Kobe. I think of fast. I think Westbrook. He's not the fastest person on the court. But I think the reason he's able to get these point games, he efficient. So he be dipping in all type of things with his bag, with rebounds, free throws. He loved that little mid-range jumper. So I want to ask you guys, how you think he be stat pat, or how does he think he getting these points off on all these people? And he's not the fastest point guard there is. Like, how you think he's doing this right now?
Skill. I think he got skill. I think he got a bag. Like, people, I think over the years, he was like, just like your typical two-way player. He had a little bit of offensive game, some athleticism, but he was a dog on defense. But he's just added stuff to his bag, turnaround jumper. You know what I'm saying? A little post move. Like, every year he comes back with something different.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And now it's like his bag is so full.
Move.
He could get a bucket at any time, really.
Exactly.
That's why he's Jimmy Buckets. He could get a bucket at any time. And we get like lulled to sleep kind of, because in the regular season, he don't really, like, he's more of like, he still plays he plays to like his personality, the team player. I'm getting my guys involved. But in the playoffs, it's like, I'm still him. I could get a bucket whenever I want to.
Exactly.
And he turns it up.
Exactly.
And we as fans, we just forget that, because in the regular season, he's like constantly the team guy.
Exactly.
When the playoffs, we talk about like conference finals, because he almost did it last year.
Yeah.
He didn't hit that shot.
Exactly. Go ahead, John. I know you got something to say. What you got to say about this?
I mean, my man Lamar just pointed out all the points. Jimmy is crafty as hell. Like, that's what he is. He's crafty. He got, like I said, people talk about Kawhi being the best two-play player when he's healthy. it's Jimmy.
In fact, I'm gonna
Jimmy do
segue
both sides.
that.
Jimmy's solid. He ain't slim.
No,
He ain't too big. He
John,
know what he doing.
John, thank you for bringing that up. I'm gonna segue it. So it was brought to my attention through Troy. Somebody on Facebook was basically saying who we thought Kawhi to be with his bag or how efficient he was is really Jimmy. So the accolades we be giving to Kawhi is actually what Jimmy is. What do y'all think about that? Because I was real spicy and I was like, dang, that's really.
I
That's
think
Yeah.
they're kind of the same.
That's
Like
fair. The
I
only
don't want to
thing Jimmy
take that.
missing
I'm
is
not
Yeah.
taking
the championship,
nothing
honestly.
from Kawhi
Moo, you
because
saying?
when Kawhi is healthy, it's kind of the same. It's like, to be honest, like as a Warrior fan, watching what he did in Toronto, it changed my whole perception of Kawhi. Now he ain't been that Kawhi for a while, but when he was that Kawhi, it was like what we watching Jimmy Butler do. Like he literally takes over games, and you watch the other team scramble to try to figure out how to stop him. But he ain't been that Kawhi in a while, so he ain't been consistently. So it's kind of hard to like judge them against each other. But Jimmy Butler has emerged into that and has been doing it for a few years now, to where we're like, okay, he's the guy now. Like Kawhi, what was the guy maybe?
Well, I don't necessarily. I'm a Moo. In fact, Moo, go ahead because you had something to say real quick.
No, I just think that Jimmy they're really relatively the same, bro. When you think about it, it's just Kawhi has the championships, Jimmy don't. That's really the only thing.
Yeah.
Right. If you put Jimmy in Kawhi's position, what are you missing? What are you losing there?
Well, Kawhi got
Yeah.
the fan in the hand, so the defense is just it's going to be more effective because he's longer.
But Jimmy is relentless. That's the thing about Jimmy
That's
Butler.
what I'm
He is
saying.
relentless.
And he
He
wants more
he
too.
doesn't quit.
I think you don't really lose. That's why I said they're kind of the same. It's just
Jimmy just not gonna quit, but I would say just like on a physicality level, different gifts. Kawhi got a little bit more gifts, but it's just like Jimmy ain't gonna quit with his size, so it don't matter. He's like,
and that's the thing. I think that even with the size, as far as physicality level with Kawhi, I think even though Jimmy invites that physicality, like he wants that, like he wants to smoke, and the more you give
Jimmy's
it to him,
got that
the
90s
more it
mentality.
turns him up. Exactly.
Right.
The more you give it to him, the more it turns him up. So it's just dangerous because he has a different gear, and once you get him started, it's up from there.
Good luck getting him out.
That's 100%. I completely co-sign with that.
You know what?
So,
this might sound crazy, but Jimmy Butler's temperament is like if Draymond Green had an incredible bag. Like it's
lies.
because when he starts going up,
Cap.
I
don't agree, Lamar.
That's a hell of a bar.
And I'll mute you because that's lies. All lies.
That's not playing my boy Draymond like he ain't dropped 21 last night.
He dropped.
Hey, that'll be the last time he'll ever drop
it. 4 years since he dropped 20 bags.
Draymond Nowinski, ain't that what they was calling him, man?
Absolutely
not. No.
Absolutely not. So
Draymond has scored points since he left Michigan State. But go ahead.
Man, my boy Triple King was out there balling, man.
Oh, Lamar dropped off for a minute. But listen, y'all. To segue, I had a question because I'm still on the Bucks game. I'm still rattled by it. It was so amazing. One, I'm gonna get onto the coach if he need to be fired or not. That's a whole nother topic. But before I get into that, I did want to ask because defenders. Well, I had to go search up the top defenders because most of the defenders I'm seeing best now are like Joe Kick and they centers are power forward. So I was like, oh, let me go back and check the guards. And Drew Holiday was on him, and he was giving him buckets. So I was like, what's the top guards that are defenders out there? And do you think there's any guard that possibly could at least hold Jimmy to maybe 20?
Nope.
In the playoffs?
I'm talking about like because I had to go do my own research, and I was just like, all right. Of course, you got Marcus Smart. Westbrook is fast, but even sometimes Westbrook don't do that, Casey. Case, don't do that.
Hey,
Casey,
Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins can do it.
Andrew Wiggins.
You saw what he did to
I do like Wiggins. I do like that.
No, I didn't think about that. That's why I was just like, that's a nice.
Yeah.
I do like that.
The matchup. I like that Andrew Wiggins matchup. It's not as bad a matchup or as egregious as people think, honestly.
Or Kuminga too.
Let me see. Like, okay, so of course Marcus Smart is a little bit too small. Then you got Who else was I thinking?
PJ Tucker done got too old.
You said Westbrook, right?
He too slow.
No, I was saying Westbrook because of speed. I wasn't saying because he's the best defender all around. Hey, Go, thank you for popping through. We appreciate it. But even with that being said, like you thinking of like wingspan, healthy Kawhi. If you had 100% healthy Kawhi, that's the only person I think that maybe could do that to Jimmy because his arm span is so the reach is just.
Yeah, I mean Paul George maybe. Paul George maybe.
Jimmy giving buckets.
For real,
Jimmy
like,
getting
Hey,
buckets.
Troy, thank you for coming through. What's
we
up?
talking skill, but Jimmy got that dog in him, and that's why I was just like, it was.
That's true.
Before I got cut off, I was just saying like, all right, when you watch Draymond go up and he start trying to lock somebody up, and he just do it with his dog. He get the whole Warriors to turn up. Jimmy Butler, when he start going up, he actually getting buckets, but they whole team turns up. You know what I'm saying? When he starts going up,
They do.
You can't say that for Kawhi or Paul George, to keep it a beam.
That is true.
That's true. They don't possess that type of energy. That's true. They don't have that type of energy with them.
I'm telling you, put Andrew Wiggins
go
on
out there and
it's
ball.
gonna be an interesting matchup.
Well, okay, so I got piggyback questions. Why? Because Giannis was like, he was mad at the coach because he was just like, in this situation, I feel like I should have been on Jimmy more. Now, people was like, that wouldn't have made a difference. But
the highlights or the low lights?
I'm dead at the low lights.
The low lights. He said that, right? It's a whole TikTok, bro. That's wild. I should have sent it to y'all.
Not the low lights.
He said that, and then somebody cut a clip of him guarding Jimmy one-on-one and getting crossed over. And then, with the fillet and then hitting the layup on Giannis. And he was like, it wouldn't matter, young boy. Like it
wouldn't matter. Because look
if Jimmy got him at that 3-point line, that's a different story. But if he's trying to get Giannis in the post, I think Giannis can play better defense on it.
Swag, you a hater, and I don't care, but I'm going with this take. I think KD would have played good defense. It would have been exciting to watch them.
His ankles won't hold
it. Wait. You think that 7 foot gonna play defense on Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler?
Back.
No. Go ahead.
First of all, you hear your man with the hate over here. You heard
hater.
What you mean?
KD would have 50.
His ankles won't hold up.
Man, when the last time y'all see KD play defense?
No, listen. No. KD takes up space. So that's the only reason I'm talking about his length. I think it just would be a problem for him. Like, that's the only thing.
But Giannis take up space.
But Giannis,
I just think.
Okay, who you think is
enough?
And Giannis more long.
No, who's quicker on their feet? I would say KD better on his feet than Giannis.
Yeah,
KD's more nimble.
Got better footwork.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But who got the muscles though?
That don't mean nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, it do.
He got the strength. Yeah.
But Casey, you agree with me that KD would be an interesting defender, at least trying to continue.
He had to break that up.
They go back and forth. That's what that.
I think he still would have got a 50 put on him, but he
probably would just go back.
Okay, listen. I think he would have went off, not a 50 piece, maybe like a 40-35 piece. But like you said, they would have traded buckets. Buckets would have been traded.
Buckets would have been traded. That's what I know.
They're still going back and forth, but I don't see KD locking him
up. But he wasn't going to let that.
I said he was going to lock him up. I just said buckets.
Man, I was in the good mood until she said the KD word. That man, that was crazy.
Okay, so we about to get off this topic in a minute. But Reggie Miller said after this performance that Himothy Butler III was
Timothy James Butler.
Timothy James Butler.
Or Timothy Jordan.
He basically exhibited the greatest playoff performance of any Heat ever. And I was like, hold up. That's a bit egregious. Because remember, there's Wade, there's LeBron, there's Alonzo Mourning. And I was like, egregious. Do y'all agree with this or not? What y'all think?
That's egregious. Even though it's up there, though.
It's egregious because somebody named Dwayne Wade exists.
Dwayne Wade. Exactly. That's egregious.
Thank you.
I mean,
one of my favorite players
as
all
many
time.
games as Dwayne Wade.
That finals run was one of the greatest finals runs we've ever seen by individual performance by a player that young ever. Like,
the 06 one. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That first ring was
crazy.
But
that Jimmy performance, it's up there. It's up there. And
like,
you got the series at that.
It was that first Heat run with Wade.
It's
but you got
as one of the greatest Heat players ever. Like to keep it a bean. Like this might sound crazy, but he put himself in Alonzo Mourning stratosphere. He might have jumped Alonzo. He jumped Tim Hardaway for sure. He jumped Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, definitely.
So, he keep doing this shit. He might jump.
He consistent.
I agree with Reggie though. I agree with Reggie because before the series even started, everybody had the Bucks winning the series. Like they was just sleeping on Miami.
That's what the statement. I think that's what Reggie's statement really said, because they did. He did that to the number one seed. That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. But it's just like you can't forget that first year Dwayne got that ring and he put it on his back. I'm like, we can't discard that. He actually went to the championship and won.
What if Jimmy went to the finals and won it?
2 years, we're gonna look at this season as the season that proved that the regular season didn't matter. I think people are gonna look back at this playoffs and go, that was the time when we finally just said, you know what, the regular season really don't fucking matter. Like all these 3-1s and all these upsets, it's gonna be like the best teams wasn't the top seeds. Like if you look at both conferences, let's keep it a bean. Now that Milwaukee out, is Denver the best team in the West? Does anybody here think Denver's the best team in the West?
This series coming up about to be fire.
The regular
the Nuggets winning too.
Stop playing like this shit matter. But right now, the context is the 8 seed beat the 1 seed. But in a few years, we're gonna be like a playoff team beat a playoff team because that regular season shit don't even matter.
Right.
I hope it turns into that. I do.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, I wanted to ask a question pertaining to your favorite teams. Where we talking about the Suns real quick. So you saw but I'm not even talking about KD. I'm actually gonna talk about Booker, and I don't really talk about Book.
Ooh,
he went off with that 47 piece, and the reason I want to bring that up is because remember he came out with the statement. He said, KD is the superstar on the team. I'm just a star. Now, after he dropped this little 47 piece, can we consider him, taking over that series and everything, a superstar?
Wait. No. First of all, is you gonna give respect to Booker since you hate him?
I don't even
say I hate him. I said he dropped a 47 piece. What you mean?
I don't even like that he said he's just a star, not a superstar.
I think he was trying to be humble because it's like, all right, it's KD. Let me ingratiate him in the lineup and, do what I need to do in that.
When KD came to the Warriors, Klay Thompson said, I ain't turning down no shots. You know what I'm saying? He said, you did that.
He did.
Shots. He said, how you feel about having to share your shots and give him some buckets? He said, I ain't.
Man, that was the worst trade in history.
So, you gotta still have confidence in yourself. I thought Booker was a superstar on the verge of it before KD even got there. So
I think maybe he felt some type of way. He was just like, man, maybe my game ain't that good. I'm playing here with CP3, and this nigga fucking up. Like maybe he felt some type of way.
I mean, he's still dropping 40. I mean, Booker's good.
I think it like in a way, I don't know. I think it's like creating a narrative already. Like it's in some way, like if they lose or if they flame out and the expectations don't meet the player production, and then they can say, well, we only had one superstar. It was just KD. And you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's wild. Nobody looked at it like that when that trade was made.
Well, but maybe he did it though to put like if I was on psychology, all right, I'm gonna say that KD's a superstar, so I won't put as much pressure on me. So then when I be doing my bag and doing my stuff and I go off, it ain't gonna be expected, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's gonna be downplayed a little bit.
Yeah. It looked like I'm the second guy in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's definitely. I said it. That's why I kind of don't like the way he even put that. But at the same time, Booker one of them ones. Like I always like this.
Yeah, Booker a hooper. He a bucket.
And that's what KD getting carried by.
Man, Casey not having it today. Casey not having it today, y'all.
When you drop 44 points and you barely score 20 against a team who is injured, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, let's keep it all the way 100. I think Devin Booker. I fuck with Devin Booker a lot, real shit. But Devin Booker, I'm gonna say he a superstar, and I can't say he a superstar. I'm gonna say a superstar in the making. The only reason why I say that, one, he was in the finals against the Bucks. Even though he was hurt, he still ain't look good. Then last year, look what Luka did to him. So him downplaying the whole I'm a superstar, I'm a star, KD the superstar, that kind of dumbed down the expectations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was weak. That was weak.
My Dallas last year.
But that's smart though. Like it's like, all right, I don't feel the pressure to go off. I can still get my 50, but people are not gonna be like, oh, well, we expect this of you. Okay, I'm gonna do this quiet 50.
That's saying I ain't like y'all don't expect. I ain't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
But that's how Jimmy be slept on. A lot of people like nobody expected him to do.
But Jimmy wouldn't say like. All right, I can't speak for what he would say, but at the same time, Jimmy, Devin, and Kate, they was in the finals, yo. I don't care how you try to slice it. If your player, if you're the best player on the finals team, whether you lose, win, that's a superstar. Because we be calling people superstars that only won one playoff series. So don't, you know what I'm saying? Like Tracy McGrady, we gonna say Tracy McGrady and a superstar.
That's my guy.
Hey, hold on now. That's my dog. Like I gotta back my dog up.
I mean, he almost won a championship.
And he's trying to take the little brother role.
Superstar ability.
He got to the finals and lost. That's fine, but he got there and he was the best player on the finals team. That's
you mean he got carried to the finals?
Who carried him to the finals?
The Spurs.
Who? Devin Booker?
No, I thought you was talking about Tracy McGrady.
No, yeah, oh yeah, I'm not.
Whoa. That's Mac in the street.
I'm about to say I ain't here for no T-Mac slander. I can't take that. I got to say something.
I'm saying my point is Devin Booker was the best player on the finals team, and there's people who we consider superstars in the league who ain't never made it that far. The best player on the finals team, really, my definition of superstar is the best player on a playoff, on a championship contending team. So even if you get him to the Western Conference or the Eastern Conference Finals, and you the best player on that team, you a superstar. You carry the team to contender. Devin Booker was
the whole playoffs.
DeAndre Ayton looked like shit that in the finals. He looked like shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Soft ass. He just like
man, he let Giannis go baseline the whole series.
So now Giannis is the better superstar in that matchup. He ran into a better superstar, but he was a superstar. That's just
I do that.
Yeah, he ran to a superstar who did baseline every play.
He ain't ready for Giannis. He didn't want none of it. That's why his ass got benched.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Anyways,
and that's why the Suns ain't got no bench. That's why they losing to the Nuggets. They ain't got no bench.
Ooh,
Nuggets. That's
they don't.
KD makes up for that. That's why Devin Booker gets to leave. You can't just leave KD.
Hey John, he can't make it up every game though.
And no, I really like. I'll have Harden sacrifice a ring and have KD get a ring just so Swag will shut up. I will sacrifice. I go.
Hey, everybody in TikTok want KD to win.
Lamar,
you ain't the only one.
Stop face palming. Lamar, KC, stop face palming.
Did you say Harden?
She said he can sacrifice a ring. He don't have no.
I will have him sacrifice his ring this year. No, but Lamar, you weren't here. But my name last episode was Harden getting back-to-back rings. He getting a ring this year, and then he's going to Houston to get another ring. Listen, I believe in the process. Stop playing
this year,
man. Give me Jimmy Butler over James Harden.
I swear.
Harden getting the ring this year?
Yes, Harden.
Crazy.
Harden.
Nah, give me Jimmy buckets.
Crazy.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you something. Looking at this damn Hawks Celtics game, I don't know shit right now. So
I love
if the Hawks forcing it 7, ooh.
Yo, that's crazy though, because I thought I ain't gonna hold you. I thought the Hawks were going to get
Celtics come with this bag.
Like if they get upset, real talk. If they get upset, I really feel like it's a free for all. Anybody could win at this point with the championship because ain't no way.
I said that at the beginning of the year. I said I wouldn't be surprised who comes out the East. I said that even when I said Miami could come out the East, I wasn't saying the Hawks. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a little wild, but
hey,
you know what I'm saying.
Hey, that means Trae Young for to beat the Sixers again.
I was like anybody could come out the East because and now it's kind of like coming to fruition. But then it's again, this is the year where we figure out the regular season don't matter.
because before the
the
because
regular
before
don't matter.
because before the playoffs, everybody was like, "Oh, the East, we already know who's going." But look what happened. I mean, the Bucks got eliminated.
I don't know.
Celtics,
East
they about to go to Game 7. They lose.
They got
guys,
to go to Game 7.
and then plus with the
Man.
Clippers and the injury. So that's why I wanted to ask y'all. I didn't see the full clip, but I saw enough. Do you agree with Stephen A. Smith on his tirade against the Clippers and Kawhi? Now that Kawhi is injured
Hell
in
no.
the series,
Absolutely not.
No,
the
Absolutely
worst.
he never experienced
I
he
can't
never
say
he
that.
never experienced basketball in his life.
I rarely
Like he'll do
ever.
that.
I agree with Stephen A. about this much at a time, and this ain't one of them times.
That man got 2 rings. You can't say he's the worst superstar
Right.
ever. Like you
You
can't. He
know
has
how hard it
rings
is to come off with an
with
injury
an
like
S.
that.
His brand. This is what I have. He gonna take it to the extreme to do exactly what we're doing to get people talking about.
yeah, exactly.
He gonna be like, okay, Kawhi, stealing money. He might think that in his head, and then he gonna go and say on TV, he's the worst superstar ever, and he gonna be in here like,
I don't know.
we talking about.
Slicing the whole situation.
Can't agree with that.
Yeah,
I just think it's egregious, bro. You don't say that about another person who's
Yeah, I know.
It's a mental game more than it is a physical game.
Right.
So he's already dealing with a whole bunch of extra outside stuff. And the fact that you want to pile it on and say that, oh, he needs to retire, they need to force him to retire. It's like,
right. And I don't know if y'all saw, I dropped in the group chat with the FTSL, the Kawhi sister. I didn't even know he had a sister. She been sentenced to like life in prison. So I was like, what?
Oh yeah, I feel bad for
Kawhi. That could play a part in it. That could play a major part in it. He could be dealing with mentalists, with
that's for life
and everything. So it's like that's a whole bunch of stuff to deal with mentally.
Right.
For just anybody, not just
Hey, that's gonna be her life right there. I ain't gonna hold you.
And like, if I'm not mistaken, this ain't the first person in his family in the last few years to go through something like this.
Right.
So
his father passed. His father had passed. They said that's what made him kind of
like, his father got murdered in front of him when he was 16. I just saw Jay Will's clip when I was on TikTok just a second ago.
I saw it this morning.
His dad got murdered in front of him.
Yeah,
at
Kawhi
16.
going through it, man.
So it's like no wonder he a mute. He don't fool with nobody. He stay to himself. Like I understand. I completely can understand what he talking about and how he is. So
exactly.
Because if Kawhi would have stayed that series, he would have been over KD all time, easily.
I don't know about that, man. Stop.
Man,
I feel like that would have won 7 games if Kawhi wasn't hurt.
If Kawhi and Paul George was both healthy, I think the Clippers won that series.
Yeah,
right.
Now just Kawhi might have just won 7, but I think if they both was healthy, they win that series.
Okay, wait.
If they're both healthy and Westbrook stays playing good, they could win the championship.
Okay, since I'm gonna piggyback on that. Did y'all hear Kyrie's statement for 2021? He said if he never got injured, he think that they would have won the championship. And I'm a co-sign. I would co-sign with the Nets. I would say, yeah, hell yeah.
KD was a big throw away from winning that game.
He talking about when KD wore the wrong shoe size that day?
Yeah, they might have.
Exactly.
Wait,
they might have.
His right shoe was a half size bigger that day.
You talking about
the tight Jones, the ones that hug the toe, hoopers know. You feel me? You got the tight Jones, the one that hug the toe. You feel me? A little tight on the ankles, and then you got the loose Jones. It's a little loose. Your feet will slide a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you got the extra wiggle room. He wore the extra big Jones.
I'm tired of Chuck Taylor's too tight that day.
He wanted him a little loose that day. I thought he went crazy. And you know what I'm saying? It just kind of backfired. But yeah, I don't doubt Kyrie's shoot. They probably would have.
I don't doubt it. They probably win it.
I think they would have too.
If James Harden hamstring wasn't messed up, they probably win it.
Yeah.
Because he was just out there playing on one leg. He shouldn't even been playing.
Right. Go hard, and he just had to prepare himself. But first of all, let's get on KC. So KC, I need you to explain your name. Why you call the KC Adventures of LeBum and Mr. Glass? You got to explain your name before us real quick, because this is.
You don't like LeBron. I don't like LeBron, so that's one.
And he got
put it out there. You see hooping with Mr. Glass. You saw me post the joint AD on the ground. Winston. He did get up though.
He got up, exactly. He got up.
He did get up though.
He got up several times.
And they smoked Memphis that night too when he got up. They smoked.
He stayed in the game. I was proud of him.
Definitely. He put up 30 the other night, even though they lost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He frail. AD going down one round. He gonna miss 1 or 2 games. What's gonna happen?
He tripped over the cameraman and was like, "Oh!" He was out of there. Like
he gotta chill. He has to chill.
No, we never talking about it. Like I'm looking at his body frame compared to like Kareem. I don't see much of a difference. I want to know why AD so frail. Like Kareem used to go against some big, like for real. So I don't understand.
He was out there against them old stout motherfuckers. Like
exactly.
Rumor has
it
working AD don't take care of his body like he's supposed to. Like
I don't think he do
like,
either.
He's still eating McDonald's cheeseburgers.
You know what I'm saying? That's what.
Not the
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
That he don't take care of his body like he's supposed to, like $1 million athlete and stuff.
But I want to know, like, what is his diet? Because it's just like you can't be eating that bad. That brittle. Like,
salty French fries, burgers, apple pies.
The apple pies.
I'm just saying. Nah, them pies was for Zion. My bad. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say, well, I know we talking NBA, but let me just say this: your boy got paid. Who expected that Lamar would have superseded Jalen and got that bread and got that cheese?
I'm glad he did.
Shout out to LJ.
Who would have expected that?
Shout out to mama. Shout out to his mama.
Shout out to moms, man. Real agent out here.
And you know what make it even better? Because he don't have an agent, he ain't have to break bread with that money. He got to keep that agent. Like that would have been 30%. 30%.
I mean, he already giving whatever he wants to his mama in the first place. So, hey, no power to him.
I never I thought it'd be like another year before a rate would supersede Jalen's because everybody was going crazy on his that payout.
I kind of knew that Jalen was just kind of like the bar.
Yep.
Like Lamar Jackson, even though Jalen just was basically in the Super Bowl, Lamar Jackson got an MVP. His resume is better.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Like he deserved it. You know what I mean? And that's where Jalen set the bar. And that was what was happening. I didn't think he was gonna get it in Baltimore though after they played with him.
Well.
All it do every year. So we gonna see something next year. You see how he got the 260. Jalen got
it's gonna go up. It's gonna balloon again.
If it's Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert gonna be the highest 2-paid quarterbacks
every year.
Lawrence.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Exactly.
Lawrence.
Exactly.
Trevor Lawrence in like 2 years. Yeah.
It might, Trevor Lawrence.
I give him another couple years because this is first year really shining like that. But he on the way.
Take it off the root. They trying to keep. Then they got an option.
Yeah, they're gonna hold it off for a little bit, but when Trevor Lawrence time is up, it's
oh yeah.
Well, really, Burrow, Herbert, Lawrence, they're all gonna reset the market. Honestly, it's been the whole market's gonna reset. But I'm glad Lamar finally got his money. It's exactly what he deserved. The Ravens knew that it was either lose Lamar or pay him at this point. Like, you lose him or you pay him.
And lose your season.
And they didn't want. They didn't want to
trust Tyler Huntley. So
now I low key wish they had lost him and fumbled.
I kind of like Tyler Huntley. He's a great backup.
He's a great backup, but just like that, he's a great backup.
That's it. That's exactly what he is.
They getting that. Like I think they really. It's draft day. You know what I mean? We talking a little football. It's draft day. They hadn't traded him for nothing yet. They didn't get they probably didn't get the offers they wanted because anybody who knew they was going to trade for him was going to have to give him a bag too. It wasn't just a trade; it was a trade and a bag. So it was like I got to give up assets and pay this man. And so when it got to the nitty gritty, the Ravens was like, we're not finna just walk away with nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well bring him back.
Yeah.
Right. So like, with that being said, I did want to get into a little bit. Well, this is a fan and a sports show. So, I kind of want to do a segment on the Knicks fans. Because first of all, Knicks ain't won a playoff game since 2016, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? That's the right stat?
2013.
Sound right.
It was 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mellow.
No, like
Melo was still
that's
there
what
in
they
13.
actually like got out of the first round.
Dang. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But the thing is, me, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, I do not trust it, of course, because how many years have they rigged the lottery from New York? New York literally has a decade's worth of supposedly they needed to get the number one pick and they never got it, which is why Stephen A. and Spike Lee, I think the way their personalities are because of that, it caused trauma. But because they be acting crazy, and I think it's trauma from the Knicks. But
Their owner is terrible.
Exactly. With that being said, with Randolph going off, even though he kind of a little bit got injured, the way the fans are going crazy. Like, what y'all think of this season? First of all, they called out Donovan Mitchell. They called out KD. They said, I bet all y'all wish y'all could have came over here. Those fans don't give a fuck.
I can't wait to the Knicks Heat series because the niggas is going. They going home. Fans,
they going home.
It's bringing back y'all don't understand. Like I'm a '90s child. Then with some of the best playoff rivalries, the Knicks and the Heat.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know what?
I agree.
What's going to make it even better is because the Heat got such a good fan base, and the Knicks are like the Cowboys fan base, kind of delusional. So that shit gonna clash, and it's gonna be lit.
Go home. That's exactly what I was finna say. Knicks fans or Cowboys fans?
I concur.
Or Knicks fans.
I concur.
And look, I'm gonna quote Stephen A. right here. Ready? What can go wrong will go wrong. It don't happen. And they're gonna be outside. We outside. Y'all gonna be outside, quiet and mad as hell. Watch.
They're gonna be down bad, real bad. It's gonna be.
I didn't expect them to do the Cavs like that though. The Cavs got too much talent to be losing like that.
Hey, that's
straight up.
When Jimmy Butler is lighting him up, not even the Knicks fans. Oh, it's gonna be so sweet. I'm telling you, because
after this series, Jimmy Butler's gonna be a bigger villain in New York than Trae Young.
Dang, that's a bold statement right there. Shoot. You know what's funny though, as crazy as it seems like the Knicks fans are, because they going bananas now that their team is actually doing a little bit well.
Hey, they should.
They still.
I like it.
You're right. They still can't contend with the crazy Sixers fans because they just on another level. So that's why I'm just like, wow, this is so interesting. But anyways,
if the Knicks get to the ship, they gonna burn New York down.
Exactly. They'll get there and they'll lose because I think the league has a vendetta.
They're definitely gonna lose
against the Knicks. They're gonna make sure they lose. I swear to God, they'll deflate the basketballs. They will put magnets on the hoop. The refs will call all type of foul, like for no reason.
Like we said, the Knicks and the Cowboys, they can't never win the Super Bowl or the NBA championship because if that's the case, Dallas and New York City will cease to exist as we know it today.
So Moo, this is spicy take. You telling me the reason they purposely don't want them to win is because the cities will burn down? They're trying to protect. They're trying to protect.
Yeah, that's not a bad observation. Just saying.
Okay, that day, especially Dallas, you got to think about it like this, right?
I seen the Raiders get to the Super Bowl in Oakland. It was the biggest riot since Rodney King.
Exactly my point. So look, check this out.
And they lost.
You got to think about it like this. So they lost, right? About it, they lost.
When they lost, the city burned for
literally. Oakland was on fire for a week and hours.
That's crazy. Your city burned and you lost.
Okay, you couldn't step foot downtown Oakland. Okay,
if they won, I could imagine what would happen, but they lost.
Wow.
Exactly. Y'all don't think Philly gonna burn if Philly win?
No,
I'm trying to tell you.
Jerry Rice went to the Super Bowl.
They ain't gonna fuck Philly up.
Yeah.
Remember the Eagles won the Super Bowl not too long ago. They ain't fucking Philly up. Now people might be out there eating horse shit.
The Sixers ain't won nothing since
they ain't gonna fuck up the city. They ain't gonna fuck
Sixers ain't won since Dr. J. So just a different story.
Nah, they still they got a little civilized out here. A little bit.
Like I said, the Eagles give Philly, but I'm just saying.
Let me say this, like, I live in DMV. if the Wizards ever win a championship, they're gonna be mad Chargers. Mad, all the niggas with the Chargers gonna be doing Hellcats. The bikers gonna be spinning wheels, doing loop like nigga burnouts off the ass. It's gonna be ridiculous. If that ever happened, I'm trying to tell you, niggas gonna be eating glizzies, not even caring on camera. They gonna be eating glizzies. I'm trying to tell you, it's that type of time. I'm trying to tell you.
And they don't play about the man. I lived in DC for a little while. They in the DMV. They don't play about the glizzy. That's the first time I ever heard a nigga say that. He's like, bruh, I know you don't eat a glizzy. I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't know what he was.
It's called a hot dog to me, boy.
I'm trying to tell you, it's a hot dog. I don't know what
it's a hot dog, bro. Get your fresh ballpark and get out of there. Eat it in the car. Like, god dang, you ain't got to call no damn glizzy, yo. Like, I'm just saying, man.
You mind with mustard and relish. Stop playing with me.
Hey, it's called a hot dog.
Let me go ahead and move along because we still got a few topics. We gonna get to it. All right. So the title of the entire video, we gonna get to Dillion enemy number one, Brooks. We about to talk about it. So this man basically stepped to LeBron and talk about nobody can tell me nothing unless you drop a 40 piece on me. Game 2. Game 3 and 4 came around and press conference. This man talked about, I'm not talking, I'm out, and left. The nigga dipped and didn't come back. What type of energy you gotta have to talk so much stuff and then come to the press conference and dip out and not even say nothing? So what y'all guys think about this whole interaction, the poking the bear, all that?
It's a Brooks moment.
I was gonna say he had a light skin moment. That's what they do.
A light
skin. Very beige moment.
Mm-hmm.
A beige moment, bro.
Yeah,
we in the black community don't claim his ass. How about that?
You're right about that.
Oh my god!
I don't lie.
When he came to the game dressed like 1990 Stone Cold Steve Austin, I was like,
did you peep it?
I like
motherfucker came to the game with his nipples out. Like, come on, bro. Like, get your shit together.
You're out of there. You're out of there.
Did y'all hear what's the name during the game?
Wait, what you say, Casey? Wait, Casey, what you say?
Y'all didn't see the John Doris Burke cooked him during the game.
Oh, he did. She showed did. DB cooked him.
Yo, I was like, damn.
What she say?
The whole blender and blending him up. I said, "Oh,
he doesn't do one thing good. He definitely don't. He's not a top tier defender. He dog. First of all, everybody been killing him the whole week. Cam and Mace was just killing him 2 days ago.
Damn.
He really just be out there to annoy people. He think that shit cool.
Cameron and Mace.
Damn.
Doris Burke really went in on during the game.
I was gonna say on live during the game.
She said, Dillon Brooks does nothing. There's nothing he does.
Nothing.
God damn.
Did y'all hear what Perk said about him?
What Perkins say?
Perk say he think Dillon Brooks was in the same grade K through 12.
Yeah, the same.
He's convinced that he thinks he tries to put triangles into circles and circles into squares.
Yo, yes, I was done.
I lost it. Yo, I lost it.
That is so wild.
And I completely agree. This kid got 2 screws loose. Like,
I don't even think it's.
If you asked him what,
you psych yourself out. He's not tough. He's not none of that. It's a ploy. Like it's like
you can't be tough and smack people in the nuts. So
going on the Stone Cold Steve Austin, like all of that. That's like
he do the prop and theatrics, but I think I put him in. He's trying to emulate the same stuff as you know. Y'all don't like him, but Pat Bev play good defense. So we're gonna start there. Pat Bev does have a niche. He tried to be like Pat Bev and he tried to be like Draymond, but Draymond is just ass. So That's neither here nor there.
Draymond got 4 chips.
He's ass.
He can talk some shit.
Didn't he have 21 points last night on 8 of 10 shooting? Didn't he have 21 points? Everybody who says Dre, didn't he have 21 on 8 of 10?
He had 21 last
7 assists?
Hey, Pat Bamford never dropped.
It won't happen again the rest of his career.
Dylan Brooks and Dre and
Last time he had
Pat
20
Bam
points
couldn't
in
do that.
2019 though.
So what? On Draymond's name.
What you mean?
Hey, Draymond the GOAT. Draymond the GOAT.
Hey, none of them.
Hey, look, man. Check this out. Draymond ain't never came to the game dressed as a zesty Buffy the Vampire Slayer, okay?
Yo.
But he played like WWE, so does that matter? Like he be
No,
trying
it
to
don't. Because Dylan Brooks came dressed as a WWE.
He do
character.
give some zesty vibes.
Okay.
I like that was eloquently put.
You know what? If we're gonna do that, we talking about the light skin thing. Westbrook wore a hazard jacket to the tunnel. Like, what's your name?
We're not gonna get on the NBA attire because all of them be dressing somewhat.
Exactly.
Yeah, they all. I don't know what they call it.
Because he decided to have his nipples out, and you got Braun over here.
He did,
but he did. That's not the only thing he did. He came
to the stadium with his pink nipples.
Why?
No, can't do it, dog.
No. Listen. Okay, first of all, I think Harden is the GOAT, but I'm gonna be objective. Harden came a couple days ago with some parachute trash bag pants. And we can't be talking about your boy and his nipples.
Yeah, that motherfucker could have jumped out of a plane and been fine.
If you don't want to talk about him with his nipples out, fine. But why did he come dressed as a 1990s depressed teenager? Please tell me.
Because people be on some weird shit. That's why.
Like, weird.
He just got a hot topic.
Weird. Like he fell in the hot topic and said, "Yeah, this will work."
People be on weird.
It looked like he had a meeting with Marilyn Manson before the damn game.
Well, to be honest, maybe because I'm not distinguishing it. Because when the Halloween games come, everybody be dressing weird. So in my head, I was like, all right, it's just some weird shit like that. So maybe that's me.
I don't think it was Halloween. I think it was just a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
Pretty much.
It was a Tuesday.
I just think he felt like dressing like Slade that day. Yeah, I'm on his line.
Shut up, Casey.
I'm on his line. Man's came dressed like a DC character. I'm on his line. I don't care.
I mean, the man's slow, man. I don't know. I don't get him. Ooh, ATL is up.
He not slow.
He is slow. If you ask him what's 1 + 2, he gonna say 12. He's slow.
No,
what guy glasses he had on indoors? That man is slow. Okay. Now, what's going on? Why did you come with the gizmo glasses on indoors? I don't understand who dressed you.
I really don't. I've been moved.
Where is he from? I know he went to Oregon, but
I'm not. I'm on his line.
I gotta see where he's from. I gotta see.
Why did you do that? I need to know. I
know he went to Oregon, but I don't know where he's from.
Okay, because my homies, I got some homies that went to Oregon. They ain't dressed like that. They wasn't dressing like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay.
Oh, Dylan Brooks is from Canada.
Oh, that's why.
He's from Canada.
That makes sense.
Do
y'all know?
That explains.
That makes sense. I'm done. I'm done with all of y'all.
Make all the sense. Because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander
came to the South was like, yeah, I'm gonna change this shit up. Nope.
What he wearing?
You are not that guy.
I'm about 2 outfits.
Not that guy.
You are not that guy. Stop trying to be that guy. That's not you. You don't. We see right through it out here.
He needs to know his role and shut his mouth because he's definitely a fucking jabroni. Okay.
What happened to the time where they was wearing suits or they was wearing the jumpers to damn games? These months they coming in here wearing costumes, bro. It's cosplay day. I'm like, what is going on with y'all?
Yeah, so we just got on Kuzma the other week. I know we did.
With the raincoat pants and
talk about
the commercial.
Kyler
coming in dressed like a peacock.
Like,
why y'all over here hating? Y'all some haters, bro.
We ain't hating. They style is whack. Like
trying to be like Dennis Rodman though. Dennis Rodman was on some weird shit. Let that nigga.
Dennis Rodman was on that sugar.
Me too. He ain't off the
Shit.
Dennis Rodman used to go missing.
And he was on that booger sugar. Y'all know it. He had to go party. Mike, when he got him, he came back. For real.
Not the sugar.
People gotta call you and let you know, hey, we got a basketball game today, bro. And they fly you in.
I never thought about it that way. But if somebody got to call you and be like, we got a game today.
Bro, you got a game today. Okay?
He on that sugar, bro.
What?
Ain't nothing else.
You pulling
He
up
on
games,
there.
we kind of need you. I know you with Madonna and everything in the club in Vegas, but we kind of need you back in the shy because we got a game today, gang. Like, what's popping? Nah, I ain't even finna call. All right, bet. Like, what? No, come on now. Dennis Rodman had problems.
He had problems. So did Dylan Brooks, according to you.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. This is a bias show, so you could just express that you have bias toward Dylan Brooks. Admit it.
I definitely do. I have bias towards anybody who comes dressed like Shaft. I have a problem towards anybody who comes dressed like Shaft in the 90s.
But I have a question.
Shaq
and the Fool still not on no more. So how come Shaq and the Fool you don't think he's on there? Just because his play or like why?
Because he don't do nothing. That's why he ain't on there. He be in the game, but he don't be playing. What he do?
It's too easy.
He's PJ Tucker. He don't do shit. Like
that's so.
You know what? But I'm not finna let y'all. All right, Dylan Brooks maybe, but the downplaying because even she said Draymond trash. Like it's like y'all only see one side of the ball. PJ Tucker.
Why y'all just added in this?
Because he said PJ Tucker don't do nothing, and PJ Tucker play deep. He might not now. He old, but it's like y'all only.
That's all Dylan Brooks does. He plays some kind of defense now. PJ Tucker is old.
No, he gets some.
And I get that, but that's what he does now. He does nothing.
He doesn't do really nothing no more.
I'm dead.
But he does not that. He does nothing.
I'm dead.
You know what I'm saying? But it's
I love PJ Tucker. I'm a Rockets fan. He was on there.
Well,
at least he get to 10 points. Now he goes 0 for 2 every game. Dylan Brooks. He's 3 for 13 and got put out.
Well, Lamar, this granted, this is a biased show, so I'm admitting my bias when I'm saying the Draymond hate. So like I'm saying that, but the nigga's trash now. Now he is. He gets some rings. He started off good.
My man dropped 21 last night. Stop playing with that boy. Stop playing with off the bench though. Off the bench.
Do it again.
Hey, he crossed and dropped the bonus. Drops the bonus.
Dang, I missed that.
Hey, Draymond dropped the bonus.
I'm not gonna do it.
You see him drop off Sabonis? Hold on. Did y'all see him drop off Sabonis last night? My man dropped off Sabonis with the cross between the legs, snatch back. Sabonis went flying. I said, "Oh,
you got stomped on and got crossed over.
And got crossed up, bro. You got to replay. And it was at the crib. Stop playing with that boy Draymond. What you mean?
No, he playing himself.
Y'all hype off of last night, which is one day.
Let him repeat it. Run it back.
I gotta juice my boy up, man. I gotta juice my boy up, man.
I'm not gonna tolerate too much disrespect. We gotta give him saying it's props for when he have a game. Like everybody, when Russ was 36, they was like, "Oh, he back. He back."
See,
do some triple single, man. It ain't every day it happens.
But I let y'all get off, but like when Harden have his game, y'all all want to come collectively at me.
I like how Harden.
I got your back on James Harden. You ain't by yourself, all right?
Exactly.
Wait.
Defending myself. But lo and behold, Draymond have his little one game, his little 21 piece.
Oh no. This is what James Harden did. James Harden fans do.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is the first round. This is the first round. No, this is the first round. No, when it gets to that second round or even the conference finals, we all know what he does.
Yeah,
it don't matter. All I know is
all he got to do is keep giving 20 and 10. Exactly. Let the rest of the team do what they're supposed to do.
As long as
that's all he does, and he does that, and they lose, then fine. You can't say he choked because this is what he been doing all year. As long as he consistently give you 20 and 10 this year,
as long as he get 20 points, not 15 points, he'll be good.
Okay.
This is the thing.
But if he got like 15 dimes, I'm cool with that.
So wait, okay. I had a quick question. Because the Clippers are out, technically, and the Kings, if the Kings upset the Warriors, who you think coming out the West?
The Kings.
Son.
Hey, the Kings looking tough. Week. Like I know the experience is like
they just lost last night.
I know, but still, but like,
and they going back to what? Golden State.
I know.
They out of there.
Yeah, it's looking tough over there, but
remember the record. The Warriors have never won. Oh, they're 0-9 when they've been down 2 to start the series. But anything's possible when they get home. So I don't know.
They going home.
They did win that.
They gonna win.
I'm putting you on mute.
That's clutch. So they did win that road game.
Mo, I'll put you on mute.
They won that clutch road game last night, just like Sway said.
I'm not even gonna say nothing until after the series. I'm just saying, you feel me? I'm out here in Kingstown and Sacramento. I'm just gonna walk downtown in my step jersey when the series over. But I ain't saying nothing.
Hey, light the blunt, bro. Light the blunt. Light the blunt, bro. We ain't lighting the beam.
What you say?
It all go back to what Lamar said. At the end of the day, what we seeing is the better teams winning games. It's not the record. We were hype a couple days ago. Told them, damn, Kings might put the Warriors out, but the Warriors.
That experience.
Kings ain't been there before. The Nuggets ain't been there before. Don't be shocked. Nuggets find their asses out too. Next.
Phoenix is sending them home.
Phoenix going to the
this gonna be a
finals.
good series though. I ain't gonna hold you like
I said it last week. They going.
The Lakers look like they the 2 seed compared to Memphis.
The real Western Conference Finals is this next series between the Lakers and the Warriors. That's the real Western Conference Finals.
Real rap. You're seeing it right now, like you said, the best teams are the ones showing up. So all that you
absolutely.
Yeah, no, that don't mean nothing. It really don't mean nothing. Anytime Boston's sitting here struggling against Atlanta, which don't make
exactly.
They sure is, man.
Boston is not doing good against Atlanta right now. Atlanta's giving them everything they got.
But I don't understand why that is. It's because they got a bigger bench. You think the bench over in the Hawks is better?
They were talking about it earlier. It's the coach. The coach don't know how to make adjustments. They were up 12 and still lost. He didn't make it.
Okay,
this isn't the first meltdown they've had with this coach. So,
but Casey, thank you for bringing that up because I was going to say, and the Bucks should not have lost the 2 games that Jimmy got 53 and 50, whatever it was. They was up 11 and they was up 13.
42.
Yeah, they was up 11, and one time I saw like 13 or something. So do you think it's the coach's fault? Because remember they didn't call a timeout as well.
Oh yes, definitely is. It's on the coach.
All of that, but Jimmy was he willed them to victory.
It wasn't nothing you could do about it.
We talk about the switch. He looked at the Bucks and said, "I'm coming for you, niggas," and the rest of his team followed. I ain't never seen nothing like it except Michael Jordan. Really, I ain't never seen nothing like it, bro.
And Lamar,
he had MJ mentality last night.
That's how they got him back in there.
Kobe as well. Can't leave him out.
The reason I want to bring that up, it's still to an extent could be put on coaching because they went to OT and they still had that timeout and they didn't call it. So it was just like that could have. What were they doing at that point? Even if he willing to get points, that's still mismanagement.
They didn't want it because Giannis kept passing the ball. No, I'm serious. Like they kept fouling this man because he couldn't hit his free throws.
Milwaukee, I'm gonna say this, but they booties was tight. Pause. When they was watching Jimmy play, they was
wait a minute.
They was nervous as a motherfucker. Pause.
He said I
understand what I'm saying though. They was like,
I heard the reference. I understand the reference. I heard the reference. You feel me? When I play football, there it go right there. When I play football, coaches used to say fourth quarter, some people got to make a tackle that thing.
They can't do it now. Making tackles all game, can't do it now.
They making tackles all game. Now you can't do it, man. Some people in that moment they just
I think that topped the Carolina comment from last week.
Oh wait!
My God!
Wait! All these people saying that Drew Holiday's offenders.
What you call Kyle Lowry last week?
What did she say? Who said that? Was it
speak up? On a Sunday afternoon.
Somebody said something about some hot dog buns. I don't remember who it was, bro.
You gotta steal them up.
When y'all go to these forums, it'd be real sus comments. People be like, "Yeah, like Kyle thick." he thick back there and stuff, and he look like he just cheeked up.
Oh yeah, yeah, he got them buns.
Boy, Kyle, they got
he got them hamburger buns.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, bro.
That's what men saying. They would say he cheeked up.
There's no way.
Bro got them basketball.
Oh, that's crazy. Call it telling, bro. Anybody who tell that man he's that is ludicrous behavior. Okay, you don't deserve to ever speak. I don't care.
hey, he got more than women out there in the world.
That's wicked.
That is wild.
That's wicked. We can't be talking about that. That's wicked. We can't be talking about that.
Yeah, that's too far for me,
There's no way.
Oh man, to me that's just Fat Lowry. He Fat Lowry. That's his name. He fat. He a chunky ass man playing basketball.
You mean thick, Lowry?
He's stout. I ain't calling him thick. You could have him.
That's where I'm on the line. You don't do that.
What I said last episode, he had a fatty. He do. Is a fatty?
A fatty is
Look at move.
Oh no!
That shit.
Oh no!
Boy, that's out of line.
Out with the back.
Ooh.
Oh, anyways,
I'm dying over here. Jesus.
Oh, this is erratic behavior. I'm telling you right now. That is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, I might just ask one more question. We're gonna do our final thoughts. I know Swag what he's gonna say, but I want to know, like, one, since I always think everything is like, okay, this is what I think. Because there's been so many injuries, I almost think some of this stuff has kind of been planned, so they will put in place the protocol, so they will stop this load management. Because the spokesperson for the load management that kind of started it was Kawhi, and now you got Oladipo injured.
You mean Greg Popovich?
Kawhi. Anyways, you got Oladipo injured. Giannis was injured at one point. You had the guy from the Heat, I think Tyler Hero, whatever his name is. You had basically about 7 people, like 6 or 7 people, all with injuries in the first round. So because of this, don't you think in next year there's going to be an entire different protocol relating to this load management?
I don't think they're gonna about that. Nope.
I think they already kind of like.
I don't think they're gonna change it, but I do agree with your conspiracy theory as of last week that you was talking about. Because I just started seeing it. I was like, De'Aaron Fox hurt. Like, wait, what? He still get hurt, but he hurt. Giannis get hurt. Like everybody just getting hurt from certain teams.
And then
Mr. Glass, he got up. I'm proud of him. But
then to add on to it, Anthony Edwards is though he getting suspended. I'm just like, that's wrong. Leave AD alone.
Mr. Glass.
Hey, I heard somebody call him half man, half a season.
Oh my goodness.
Half a season.
Y'all are so wrong. It's so bad.
I thought it was street clothes, but it's half of the season is crazy.
Whoa, that is
half man, half a season. I was like, that is perfect.
I've never heard that ever. Wow.
So
or Mr. It's inconsistent in the season.
I don't think they can. You got to think, in all honesty, the load management thing been around for a little bit. I saw an interview. CJ McCollum and Dame were talking about it. He was like, yo, there's times when we looking at the schedule like, yo, you resting, I'm resting. They playing, we not playing. And I'm like, wait, what? So it's something they've been instituting for a while.
Well, I'm saying, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It might have started. I'm not gonna put it on Kawhi, even though Kawhi is like the king of the load management shit. But LeBron right under it.
Oh, he started his barbecue business.
Yeah.
LeBron,
I'm just saying, bro. He started his barbecue business.
Anyway,
oh my God.
I will say LeBron and Kawhi, I think, are the predecessors of it. But like, you didn't see this obviously with Kobe.
Barbecue.
I'm dead. You heard what Kobe said. Kobe was just like, he doesn't want to rest or nothing if he was injured because the fans and stuff. So I do think when LeBron came in and with Kawhi and the rest of them, just like, well, we ain't gonna harm our bodies more than it needs to, but I ain't gonna hold you. I wouldn't think that would cause harm, but it looked like it's causing harm because everybody and their mama getting injured the first round. So
I think your conspiracy theory is correct. Like, I completely agree with it now because everybody I'm like, dang, how are these people getting hurt like that? And they ain't like Joel Embiid. He don't play through injury either. Let's just talk about that. He don't play through injury like that.
But Lamar, you know what the conspiracy theory was?
Now, so.
The conspiracy theory is all these people
it is good that he getting some rest.
The role for LeBron to get that one ring.
That one part. But he gotta. It's like said. That's why I kind of see what you're saying. They said that's why I said the Western Conference. This next matchup is the real Western Conference Finals because whoever come out of the Lakers Warriors, I think coming out of the West because
wait.
Because of your conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just people is dropping like flies and both of them teams is healthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, ooh.
Hey, Lamar, don't say the Lakers. Yeah, they gotta take care of business on the Grizzlies.
They do, but it's they both do. Both them series ain't over. You know what I'm saying? It's just
absolutely.
If you look at look who's the healthiest teams. Like Phoenix is healthy too right now, though. So
all right. Well, anyways, y'all go around. Final thoughts before we close it out, and I'm gonna have Troy wrap it up for us. KC, what's up?
All right, so this is a hot take. I want to see James Harden. I want to see James Harden from the Rockets. James Harden, one game. I need a 50-point game from James Harden. I just need one
game.
Say less.
I love to see.
Say less.
I love to see it. I'm here for it, dog. I'm here for it. For real.
You a hater. You a hater.
I'm here for it.
Never mind.
You was scratching your dick like that ain't happening. Go ahead, Moo. You a hater. Go ahead.
Whatever.
Well, y'all know, I appreciate you for having me on Zamar for first show, but it won't be the last. Warriors back to back, man. Stop playing with my boys. Draymond the GOAT.
You mean Harden back to back? But anyways, go ahead, Lamar.
I got a new prediction.
What's up?
Warriors Heat finals. Me and Moo going to Miami for the finals.
I like
that. We out there.
Hey, that's a good matchup. That's a good matchup.
Way out there. Let me know.
John, what's your final thoughts real quick?
We got the same prediction as last week. I ain't got nothing funny to say. I done said it all. Suns in 6 versus whoever.
All right, I got you. All right, Swag, go ahead.
Straight like that. Healthy Suns. Healthy ankles.
Here come the hate. Here we go. Let's go.
Here we go.
Go ahead and say something about James Harden. Get it out the way, dog.
The Grizzlies in 7.
Grizzlies in 7.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean, all they gotta do is just win in LA, and then they back home.
Good point.
We'll see if the half-man miracle.
Right. Let's see how his inconsistent play.
Let's see how he hold up.
Right.
He don't go out there and play like no bitch. But
anyways,
and let's see LeBron won't be taking 1 for 9 for threes every game. Oh yeah.
Swag by.
Yeah,
anyways,
he needs to go into the paint. But yeah.
Anyway.
Right, shooting airball logo threes.
Anyways, thank you all for coming through. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe, and we're gonna be out. Thank you, Moo, John, KC, Swag, and
Y'all already know.
Y'all be out. Bye.